I mentor exhaustively, one-on-one with people. And so the structure of my firm basically is I personally work on, I have 3 cases that are my babies, that I spend whatever time I'm actually spending on a case or on those 3 cases. And the rest of my time, I'm mentoring other lawyers on their cases. So they'll come in and I'll say, let's do a dress rehearsal of your direct examination. Or I'll say, you've got a deposition of so-and-so. Let's go through your outline and I'll brainstorm the outline with them. We also have lectures from time to time where if something new is coming down the pipe, we'll do a lecture. I did an exercise a couple of years ago, and we're going to be doing it again later this summer, where I created a mock fact pattern, and my associates at the time prepared a written motion. It was basically a problem I created where they prepared a written motion and then they argued it against the other associate. So they took adverse sides of it. And so I critiqued their writing and I critiqued their presentment and argument of the motion. So I got to be the judge. And I would say things like, you're talking way too fast. I do it after they were done. You're talking way too fast. Or I'd say, you didn't clarify your ask at the beginning of your motion. Motion practice, judges are busy, right? They've got a lot of stuff going on. You've got a few minutes. They're barraged by a lot of information. You've got to break it down into bite-sized chunks for the judge, but you always want to start with why we're here and what do we want. We're here on my motion on behalf of Mrs. Jones that I filed on such and such a day. The motion is asking the court for an award of temporary support. We're asking you to grant her $10,000 a month, and here are the reasons why that is a fair sum under these circumstances. Then you start to get into your whys. Then you get into what the other guy's going to argue to cut that off at the pass if you can. And now the judge has a context. Another thing that I advocate to my staff is do an order in advance of the motion. Judge, we're here on a motion we filed on such and such a day. I'd like to tender a proposed draft order with the relief that we're asking for from the court. Now, your judge has basically a guidepost as to what you're asking for. If it's a super busy judge, they may just sign that damn order to get you off and get somebody else before them. And so there's no confusion. So that's something else that I always advocated to my staff. So that's kind of culturally, that's how we do it here.